Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Prompt Coffee Brunch Writing Bunch. It is Monday. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and are ready to work on projects, or maybe not this week, depending how you're still feeling after NaNoWriMo. Today's word of wisdom is: to the optimist, all doors have handles and hinges. To the pessimist, all doors have locks and latches. So that's something to think about. I'd like to welcome my lovely co-host, Laura. Oh, there you go. Good morning, Lauren. How are you doing today?
Doing good. Doing good.
How was your weekend?
Day job. My weekend was great. I went and had afternoon tea at a hotel, and it was delicious. It was nutcracker themed.
I love nutcrackers. If you couldn't tell from the back on my little book stand, I have a whole bunch of them.
Yeah,
I bet it was beautiful. How it was. Really nice. Yeah.
So I had sugar plum tea, and there was like the scones and the desserts and the sandwiches.
And did you get to go with lovely people, or did
just
you
me?
Oh, that's nice too, though, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of soak it all in.
Mm-hmm.
And looks like Stacy popped in the chat saying good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. I'm Persephone. Hi, all. And I will get the comments one day. I'll get it down. I managed to get a shower this morning, so I'm a little wet hair. But I'm gonna plan on I have to send my Secret Santa gift out, Roy. So I have everything for it, so I just have to wrap it and put it in the box, and then after stream go mail it. So I got my Secret Santa gift. I didn't open it, but I'm like, oh, I better get on this quick.
Yeah.
So not too bad. Yeah, I think they said it takes only 3 or 4 days to get. So with postage. That should be good. What do you plan on working on today?
So day job stuff, but also like during my lunch break. So I have it'll show it. I have thumbnailed out a horror comic.
Ooh.
And so I'm basing it off of a horror drabble, a 100-word story that I wrote before. And yeah, I knew nothing about my main character when I wrote the thing. But
so you're gonna paint it, huh?
So it's gonna be watercolor and ink.
Ooh.
And I need to figure out my main character because I have to draw them now instead of just
how do you see them in your head so far?
I don't see things in my head.
Oh, that's right. You said that.
Yeah. So that. It's like
I'm the exact opposite. I'm so the opposite. So I get like visual pictures in my head before anything, and then I write. I'm like, oh, like I see a scene and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is kind of scary for some of my stories, but it's okay. Oh, showed up today, so that's the important thing. I think I'm gonna get the Santa gift wrapped, and then I'm gonna continue. I'm editing. Well, I don't know if you would call it editing, line editing, going through a story I was working on before Nano, pretty much line for line, seeing where I can improve things, and some things need a little wording change. Sorry, I hair in my mouth here. Hair, I don't care. But I will get your timer up. We're going to use Laura's timer for the first 20-minute sprint. And I think that'll be good. Do you want to do a countdown? I'm trying to pull it together this morning. I'm like, showing up is half the battle, right?
Always.
Yeah. So.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Can get with it. And if you don't like the music, feel free to mute. I am gonna go.
I think it's at 2 times speed.
Maybe. Let's see. 1 point Sorry. See, sometimes I put the timers on when I am doing audiobooks and I listen to them a little faster sometimes. All right, I'm gonna mute it. It's one of those days.
Woohoo!
Still mute. Sorry. How'd you do on that sprint? Pretty good? Get anything done?
Yeah. Submitted everything I had done over the weekend in for work, so just waiting for review. And they are updating the textures for a character to make them look more wet. So apparently that won't be ready until Wednesday. So
Is someone doing? Someone else is doing the art for you?
they're doing the textures, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool. There's no I in team, right? Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
I wish I could take that advice more better myself. Like I tend to do a lot of things on my own.
Yeah, I only do the lighting and rendering portion of each shot.
I haven't mailed something in so long. Okay. Like I have to remember where to put my address. You know what I mean for return?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, wait a minute, how long has it been? Where am I putting this in the right place? It's been that long since I mailed. I feel good though that I got the stuff wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know the person very well, so I hope they like their gifts. But I kind of put something in there where you can't go wrong no matter who it is.
Yeah.
So, well, at least in my eyes.
Yeah.
Did you do the Secret Santa?
For Shannon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me guess, you had yours mailed out weeks ago. Yeah?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's coming from Canada, so.
Oh, that's right. Well, mine is not for anybody I know personally, and I tried to
Same.
watch some of their videos, and it was really hard to get to know them because it wasn't very much like, you know, it was personal writing stuff, but it wasn't like totally about them.
A person
makes
doesn't even have videos up yet, so
Yeah.
it's like, okay.
Wow. But I think it is kind of nice because it actually had me look into someone that I didn't know about before.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Someone new to watch, and got that out of the way. I think the next sprint I'm going to work on some actual writing stuff. And it looks like Heather popped in. Hi, Heather. I did send you a link this morning. Mama Maggie, hello. Happy Edit Summer. Yes. That's what it is for me, right? I haven't been doing too. How have you been doing this last week? I haven't been doing too much. Hey, I finally saw a live with Bonnie in advance and got notified. Hi from bed, where I should really get up. Only if you feel like it. If you're still in bed, that means you have the time to still be in bed. Maybe. Stacy ate lunch and read. Now decide what I want to work on for the rest of the day. Very nice. Kitty, all hail the feline overlords. I think the cat was in here. That's Lucy. That's my daughter's cat. It's a little black cat. I always say a witch for a witch. A witch cat for a witch. Joking. She's my daughter's a good girl. Edit listening pass and hoop knitting. A bead stocking cap for the eldest. Ooh. Secret Santa. I'm still waiting on yours.
I got mine.
Well, my person's waiting on theirs still too, and it's not Margaret though. So I don't know.
Sir, why are you so white?
I did get a box over the weekend. I'm pretty tempted to open it, but I was like, I gotta open it and do a video till I have like the peace of mind that I mailed mine out already.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's this? Okay. Editing and vlogging and such without internet for most of the weekend, and now I have to set my computer back in. Am I reading that wrong? Editing and vlogging and such without internet for most of the weekend, and now I have to send my computer back in. That is yucky today. So the 12 days of Vlogmas will be only 6 days. Oh, well, that is a lot. That's a lot if you did a vlog for NaNoWriMo too. I know Mama Maggie did that too. So good luck on your computer.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to mention today before I bring up the next timer? Sorry if I'm
someone in the hall.
I'm sorry, say that again?
My dog thinks there's someone in the hall. Probably is. Yeah, so I did some reading this weekend. I found a new favorite book of the year.
Ooh, what is it?
It's horror. It's called PTSD Radio.
Whoa. It looks kind of scary on the cover with the mouth and the way the eyes are.
Yeah, so it's a manga.
Oh, nice. My younger son, he's 10, but he's into anime a little bit.
Like,
oh, that's pretty freaky.
It's a little on the creepy side.
Yeah. Like, it's like the happy creepy, like the scary dolls. Like, oh, that's
shadow people with things inside. And like, wait, what? So, it's really good. I time-lapsed me reading the entire book.
Oh, wow.
So
are you making like all different faces as you're reading it? Like,
I got pretty excited on some of the drawings.
Oh.
So, yeah. I gotta finish up that vlog.
Really?
He's just making the weirdest noises, scratching his neck. But yeah, I have been vlogging because I've had all these books come in, including that one. So it's been like unboxing and some reading.
Oh, nice. Been listening to some audiobooks. I haven't been doing much writing, just journaling. I'm slowly working my way through this story because, you know, I got to finish it sometime. And I don't know, I've just been lurking around streams, and I was lurking around the boozy Planorama last night.
Yeah.
So I was just lurking. I wasn't in the chat or anything, and I was trying to think about goals for next year. And I'm like, I'm looking at this paper. I'm gonna pull it down because it's almost over. So I gotta take some of these notes off. But this was a thing I made and hung up last year of my goals for 2022. Things I wanted to improve and do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no. I didn't do much of this. And it was like in my face the whole year. So, and it wasn't just writing goals. It was just overall life things in general and stuff too. Like, I didn't do my Duolingo French every day. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't go hike a certain place I wanted to go to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I ate less sugar or candy. I don't think I did less YouTube in the evening. Like, you know, there's a bunch of stuff on here that was like, oh, might make my life a little better if I do these things. And I'm like, it's. So I think this year is going to be more like definitive goals. You know, define them better than just like, oh, I want this to improve or that to improve. Just try to set some like concrete goals this year.
Yeah. Go and pick you up.
Heather says she got home from the chiropractor things away and made myself a cup of coffee. Now I'm icing my neck. And Margaret, I think I just saw that on someone's channel. Yeah. And I'm gonna get the next timer up ready too. But I noticed I think it was Writing Violet's stream this morning, they were playing Scribble.io, and that is one of my favorite things. It's right up in my bar here. I love playing that online. Oh, I thought someone was in here, and it was the cat. Oh, if you can. Cat's over there hanging out. If you see got a pair of snowboard boots, I sat up there, so the cat is enjoying the strings. So fun, huh?
Always fun strings.
Look at this. I should probably do something about that in a minute, just so everything doesn't get knocked off my bookshelf.
Right.
All right. I am sorry I'm not 100% organized this morning, but I am happy that I showed up. I'm going to get the next timer up and try to do some work today. We just did our goal setting stream yesterday. I was reminded I always skip that crucial review step. Yeah. So I think just my main goal this year is going to be do things that make me happy. So 2023, if it doesn't make me happy, good luck trying to get me to do it. But we'll start the next 20 minutes sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity. I hope you all are. Remember, you can mute if you do not like the music. Let's switch a little bit.
Woohoo!
How'd you do?
Dying. I made and ate a grilled cheese sandwich.
Ooh, that sounds yummy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yummy.
All right, there we go. Trying to get it together today. So I'm working on still doing line edits. I think that's what you would call it. So trying to get it ready to share with some people.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's a big challenge for me is sharing things. So I'm working on it. Look, Heather joined us. Let's see. I did start the comments so I wouldn't get lost today. Conundrum
Let me
says,
try that again. Hello, everybody.
Heather says HB90 is great for making specific goals.
Yes, because it really, it kind of, I don't want to say forces you, but it really encourages you to think specifically. But starts with broad stuff, and then you whittle things down and whatever. It asks very probing questions.
Like what kind? Like you want to? I'm not sure what that is. So do you want to explain what HB90 is?
Let's see.
It's by Sarah Cannon.
Well, HB90. Yes. Yes, the author tuber Sarah Cannon. She started it a few years back, and basically she was burnt out, and she created a planner system from top. What am I trying to say? From top to bottom. That's not the phrase I'm looking for, but from scratch, I guess. So basically,
HB90 makes me think of a pencil.
yeah, I know,
It
but it's
stands for
short for
heart
heart
breathings.
breathings.
Okay.
Yeah, which is
And
from
what's
the
the
quote,
90?
but from I forget the 90-day planning.
Okay.
So in quarters, you break your year down into quarters instead of focusing with long range goals. It's more it's broken down more into quarters and then month and even
Okay.
further,
I
really,
see it when I Google
because you
it. So
can break things down into manageable chunks. I've been in some of her streams. They're very interesting. She's all about manifesting and stuff like that, and live your dreams kind of thing.
yeah, well, I get it,
That's
manifesting.
interesting.
Because if you put your time and energy and thoughts into something, hopefully you'll get it and accomplish it. I mean,
Right, exactly.
manifesting and not
It
as in
seems
I
to be
wish
really
for
good for
this and
people with
it's here,
ADHD.
but manifesting as in putting the energy towards something to have it in the end. Not like I want it, it's here, but manifesting as in putting the time and the effort and
Yeah.
the
Yes.
understanding. You can manifest it. I can
And
manifest
understanding
what
yourself,
I want.
and understanding yourself, and making sure you're doing things for the right reasons, not for money or prestige. I mean, those things can be good, but um, that sort of
Karma.
thing.
I'm doing it because of karma. No, I'm just i.e. retaliation. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
I get it though.
Bit.
Ouch.
I've had such a crazy November and December already. So like not writing stuff,
Same.
but life stuff. So I'm just like
Same.
try to make myself laugh a little bit. And Eva popped in, which is always lovely. And Heather ate a oatmeal raisin cookie before she sat down. Yes, at least in my book.
Yeah.
Did you make cookies or
I
raisin?
had a few bites of cereal before I had to take the kid to the bus stop. But squeezing in, eating in between everything else. Uh, such is my life.
I made some no chocolate peanut butter no bakes the other day, and
Ooh,
then yesterday,
I
last
need to
night,
do
and the other day I made fried dough. So I just made dough and then I rolled it in like cinnamon and stuff, and then I deep fried it and put the powdered sugar on it. And
goodness
my
gracious.
kids, they were loving that for testing.
Yeah,
So,
we were talking about getting some stuff to make cinnamon rolls this coming weekend.
ooh. I cooked a lot of wings this weekend.
Wings. That would make my hubby happy.
Yeah, my husband did that. We went to the
Sorry.
Today is lovely
Ignore me.
because
I'm just hurting. I'm going to mute myself for a moment.
oh yeah. This is the first day I've had alone in a few days, at least alone time, because um my husband had all this vacation time he didn't take, so now he like has to take it or he loses it. So he took that Thursday and Friday, some of that, and then the kids only had school till like they got off the bus at 12, so they were half days because had parent conferences, which is always fun. And so then everybody was home all weekend, and I have like 1,000 jobs on the weekend because I'm like the cleaner, the waitress, the errand person, you know what I mean? It's like constant on the weekend.
Mhm.
Somebody always needs something. Well,
Yes.
you're a mom, and
Hmm.
so today I'm just kind of like, ooh,
Yes. Time to take a
time to get it
breath.
together. Yeah, we got time before 2023. Not much. Not much.
Not much. And something's in what, 2 weeks? Less than 2 weeks now.
I got
Oh
my
boy.
I got myself I said I won't get into the whole conversation, but I said something and I was like, it's not the 20s, and I was corrected. I was like, oh crap, it is the 20s. It's the 2020s, not
Yeah.
1920s. But I was making a reference. It's not 1920. You know what I mean? And then I
Okay.
got called out. They're like, it is the 20s. I meant 1920s. It was fast. That's always
Eve and I
fun.
are making plans. We were making what was that? Late last week. We were making plans for accountability. I guess we're finally going to start submitting things for publication. I've
Okay.
never entered as many of them as I've been involved with. I've never actually entered anything into a contest of like short story
Uh-huh.
Anthology
or
type.
anything.
I think I would like
Or an
to just
anthology. I've worked on anthologies, but I've never submitted to one.
I think I'd like to try to
Eh,
do that
one
this
of those
year.
things.
You know, not anything extreme, but just maybe try to submit to one or two. Maybe I should make it three throughout the year because I noticed there's a lot of different anthologies. Just a lot of them don't suit me.
Oh gosh.
If that makes sense, the
Mm-hmm.
topics are not related
Yes.
to things I can relate
Yes.
to.
Mm-hmm.
Maggie says, and my
Oh
internet is starting to
man.
wane. Mhm. Hi,
I'm
everyone. Hey,
sorry.
Paget.
Hi, Paget.
Hello.
There's anthologies and stuff for like every topic out there. Like I
Yes.
follow blogs and stuff that have specific for horror anthologies. So I
Mm-hmm.
usually stick to those, but there's all types. Like there's the chicken noodle soup ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are still
I
going.
see when they're. I see when
Yeah.
they're. I would like to get a new.
I never did do that. I was curious at one point, but I don't. Yeah. I don't think
I
it's my
would.
jam.
I would like to get a new book. I don't even have my older one. Where did it go? What did I do with it? But I don't think it's called Writer's Digest. Writers, but it has like
Uh,
everything that when they have their deadlines for all the different magazines and companies.
Mm-hmm.
in places
Mhm.
like that.
Oh,
Writers Market.
Yeah.
Writers
yeah,
Market.
Writers
Yeah,
Market.
I'd like to get
There's
a new shelf.
others as well. Was it Literary Marketplace?
Writers
There's
Marketplace.
like a couple.
I'd like to pick up one of those nice big thick books. Just
Okay.
kind
Oh,
of look
oh,
through.
okay. Is that what it's called?
Writers Market, and I know.
I think it's Writers
Okay.
Marketplace.
Yeah, I don't know where I put
And
them because I have older ones, and I really want to
something
get
like
my hands on
that. Oh
a
gosh,
Maggie
I've
and
had
Donna.
so many. I think I finally just tossed and
I don't throw away writing books.
just
That's
for lack of
really hard for me.
space.
Yeah, that's really hard for me. This shelf back behind me is mostly writing
It's
books.
snowing.
The first two shelves at least. And then
Oh,
I have
that's cute, Paget.
and over here all those shelves are like nonfiction books. Going in here, all those shelves are nonfiction. And
See, I
more
do
like
that.
back
It's
there.
the Dewey in me. I have to have all my nonfiction separate.
You made me think I saw
All my
on
reference stuff is
Facebook,
together.
I saw on Facebook Marketplace someone had a card catalog for sale. Like an old card catalog from the library.
That would
And I
be
was like,
so
oh,
cool.
I thought that too. And then I'm like, what would I use it for?
I'd love to
Where
have
would
one
I
of
put
those.
it?
Even those small ones, those small freestanding ones. Yeah,
Yeah, it was, well,
I
it
have
still had little drawers.
no room right now in the small apartment, but that would be really cool. Not
Stacy
just for my
said,
namesake, but just
oh yeah.
in general. In general, cool vintage aesthetic.
Paget says, I just
Half the
got
stuff
here.
on my
and
desk is
it's snowing.
vintage.
Oh yeah.
Shelving.
It's snowing today, already melting, but my
Yeah.
kiddo was adorable waking up to it. Yeah, I woke up to snow too. And like super icy driveway I had to salt. Heart breathing's 90 days. Hey Maggie. I'll have to check that out because I do watch a lot of her streams. Is everyone doing HB90? Oh my god, I just realized the HB stands for heart breathings. Wow. I am hungry for either chocolate or butterscotch chip cookies.
Sounds amazing.
I know. I like to make these things. They're called Magic Dream Bars. And they're like the best cookie ever. You do like the bottom is like you do the graham cracker crust, and you have coconut, chocolate chips, butterscotch chips, and then you pour the sweetened condensed milk over it and bake it.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so good.
And
I'm
mental
gonna
health
make some
awareness,
really
yes.
magic dream bars this year.
Thank you for saying that, Maggie. She's all about mental health awareness, yes.
Do you want
Which
to read
I
this?
really like.
Do you want to read?
Me? Oh.
Yeah.
Sure. Sarah is very big on micro goals and mental health awareness. HB90 and her other programs are a lot like an MLM. Where she has a bunch of affiliates helping spread her message of healthy productivity. Yeah, she doesn't like toxic productivity. It's more because she's very focused on mental health. She's actually talked a lot about her personal experiences. She's had some issues in the past,
And that's,
but
yeah, it's good to be aware of what's going on if you know you're getting towards toxic productivity, or
yeah.
you know you're going towards no productivity. It's kind of try to find somewhere in
Yes.
between that works for you.
Yeah, right.
And it depends on your goals
I
too.
agree.
Some people's goals is to make a living off their writing. And you know, they have more deadlines and things of that nature, and some people have another job and they write because they want to publish a book and eventually make money too. Maybe some people write just because they like to write and that's the only reason.
Right.
They do it for a job or they just do it for leisure. There's so many, everybody's got such a different circumstance and scenario. So
Absolutely.
finding
And
that
and
right individual.
And from what I've noticed, I think the people that take do whatever buy her planners or do the courses, it's all of the above what you just said, Bonnie. It's just a wide variety of people who are not all of them are authors. Some are artists, or some do both, and whatever. Or some are not even really creative types, but they take it because they heard about it
Mhm.
through her planning, uh, the Heart Breathings channel, which is more about planners
So we know
than
this
writing.
planner has 1,001 things you can do with it. You don't have to be a
Yeah.
writer.
Right.
Stacy says, I found some of my old writings, but they are in 3.5 floppy, so I don't know how to access it. And you just dated yourself. You just dated yourself. And I remember those too.
I have a few of those still, just in case. I'm not getting rid of them yet because I know you can buy the stuff to access them, but I just haven't. One of these days.
Paget says, I almost signed up, Maggie, but I can't really make purchases until we are squared away here for the Christmas shopping, probably. There's something called USB floppy reader. Have you seen this?
Oh, cool.
It's a
What I'm
thing that you
thinking of.
put the disk in, and then it USBs to your laptop computer, and then you can access stuff. It's like $20, not crazy. Might be worth it for your old
That's not
writings
bad.
and fun to read what you did a while back. I'll have to look for
I have
it.
all my freelance stuff, old freelance journalism stuff on floppies still.
Nice.
From the early 2000s.
Mhm. What's that say? 3.5 floppies are not just a while back, more like my high school and college writings, and that is what is dating me.
Yes. Yeah, but that's what they were called because they were just a little floppy. Just a little.
I'm sorry, I had a little cough.
Right, Bonnie?
I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
did
have
that
like
too.
red and blue and yellow stickers to
College.
put on and to write what was on them.
I mean,
Yeah.
they didn't have them when I was in high school, but when I was in college, yeah.
We had, I
Oh,
remember using like a
I'm
brother
dating
word
myself now.
processor that had the like tiniest little screen you could see what you write. But that was like the first thing I had after a typewriter was like, the little word processor with the little tiny screen.
I never
It was
had
like
one
a
of those,
typewriter,
but I
but
had
with
a
a little
typewriter
screen.
like that. I had a typewriter with a little screen, so it was like, oh my god, this is awesome because you can actually do a little bit of editing before you pushed a button, enter. You pressed enter, and oh god, I don't have to use liquid paper.
Yeah. I'm a big paper person. I'm a big
Paper
paper person.
person.
Yeah. I have paper everywhere. everywhere,
Yeah,
everywhere.
same. I have a cart full of art paper, cardstock, and
A bunch of paper on that
jelly
shelf.
prints and different
Yeah.
things.
I write everything down on paper, and I've gotten better though with stories. I learned that lesson. Of writing it by hand and then having a ton of stuff to put into a document.
Hmm.
And dictation works good too, but like if I just go right to the document, I save so much time. So
That's true.
I do want to thank you guys for coming in today. I think we
No
can get
problem.
in one more sprint. I know Dawdling Writer is on at 1:00. What do you think, Laura? You up for another sprint?
Yes.
You're like, I'm working over here. That's why I'm so quiet, maybe. Yeah?
We're trying to find the animation of this dude. It's like the animation's not there. The folder does not exist that you want me to go in.
That's
Oh,
kind of
no.
hard to work with then, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, if I
Hard to
want
do
him to
your
cast
job
a
if you
shadow,
can't
I need
find
to
your
have him.
file.
Says I am like this with our VHS vids from the 80s and 90s. There's a lot of fam stuff I want to see that my data has in crates, but that process is more expensive.
Sure.
Oh,
Oh, mold.
no.
That's sad.
Ouch.
My grandfather used to take like the old movies where you could hear him go, and he put those all in DVD
Was
when I
it
was a little younger.
8mm movies?
Yeah, I'm not
That's
sure.
cool.
He was. I found out so much about my grandfather after he died. Like I didn't know he worked for a magazine and printing for like most of his life. I didn't,
Cool.
like he had a ham radio station, so he had his own radio station, and like there was so much I didn't know about him until he was gone.
Wow.
So weird. But I'm gonna get the last timer up.
I didn't know much
soon.
about my grandparents.
Yeah. Well, my grandfather was born in 1918, and he died when he was 93. So nice long life. He saw a lot of changes in society, that's for sure.
Seriously.
Well, look at us. But
Wow.
I was
That's amazing.
I was just joking with my husband, and it's not that funny, but I was joking with my husband because the kids, they're 8 and 10, and my daughter will be 9 in February, and then my son will be 11 in May. And I was joking, like right now they want the tablets or a phone or a TV, this and that and this and that and this and that.
Uh-oh.
And I said, be happy now. I said, when they're like 15 and 16, they're going to be like, can I get the Neuralink? I'm 15 now. Can I get the Neuralink?
Oh, no.
I'm like, it won't be carrying a phone around. They'll just be the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a joke, kind of scary, but it was a joke. And I'm just like, just the way things are moving so rapidly in technology. I'm like, I said, if it's not our kids, it'll be our grandkids begging for that. I don't want to be a grandma.
Off.
I don't plan on want to be a grandma for a long time. Please. Please. I got a lot of growing up to do first. No. All right. Thank you guys for bearing with me. Again, it's Monday.
No worries. I understand.
I've been just trying to pull it together the last few weeks, and it's always more stuff to do. So you're doing pretty well on this. And what are you going to work on, Heather?
I am currently looking at my large desk planner, my large happy planner, but I think I'm going to do some journaling because I have a plan to journal at least most days. I didn't yesterday. Journal every day in December was my plan.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, because working out plans for next year.
I used to journal a lot more than I do now for some reason. I know why. I stopped journaling a lot. So like from like the time I was in like 8th grade till I was in my early 20s, I would journal literally every day. And I had like this whole stack of journals because I was like, oh, one day I'll write about my life because I've had a pretty crazy life and so far. And I wasn't married then. I was with someone who got mad at me and took them all and threw them all away.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Well, it's what it was. And so for a long time, I refused to journal because I was so distraught. But now I'm older and stuff, I started journaling more. But I think since that happened, my heart was so crushed because I did it every single day, like religiously, and then it was gone. I'm like, all that.
Oh.
But the funny thing about it is once you write something down, you tend to remember it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I wrote
That's
a lot of
true.
things down, so I can remember a lot of things that happened just from going through that process. So
Mm-hmm.
nobody's gonna do that to me these days, so but I don't know.
Awesome.
I need more coffee. I'm just rambling and anybody want to do the countdown for the last timer? Thank you for bearing with me today and hanging out and showing up for Brunch Coffee. We're going to do one more sprint, I believe.
Do you want to do the last one, Heather?
Sure. Let's see.
Honey, my responsibility's off on you.
Here's yeah, here's something that's important. Sit up straight in your chair. This is something I really need to do today because I went to my chiropractor this morning. Anyway, this is super important, and a lot of writers forget to do this. Also, drink your drink whatever your drink you have, and do whatever do whatever you need to do for yourself, including possibly journaling for me. But we can get it started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's sprint.
Remember, you can mute if the music bothers you. Get a coffee wreath. I'll be right back. How'd you guys do on that sprint?
Journaled.
Oh, nice.
Journal.
Oh, that was cool. And you add pictures in? That's very nice.
So, like, these were
I've
the
been wanting
pictures
to do
from
visual journaling.
my afternoon tea that I
Oh,
went
very
to
cool.
on Friday.
I used to be very into scrapbooking. So
Cool.
that's what it makes me think of a little bit
Mm-hmm.
when I was kind of like journaling, like you're journaling, but I would do it for like hairstyles when I worked in the salon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be like, oh, I like these different
Okay.
styles. I'd make my own lookbooks
Right.
and stuff.
I
Okay.
yeah, like
I also got a
Maybe-
fresh ice pack.
Oh,
pictures and stuff. But
you're really hurting, are you, huh?
Cool. It's been a little while. It's been a hot minute since I've been to a chiropractor. So yeah,
Mm.
kind of hurting.
Well,
And I'm just making sure it's going to stick too.
I've always felt better when I've gone to the chiropractor right after. Like, maybe because I only go if I'm like in actual like massive pain that it just is so much relief. You know what I mean?
I understand completely. Yes.
Excuse me. I'm addicted to heating pads over the ice when I'm achy.
I was going to do that before I did all the things this morning, but that didn't happen. So that's okay.
Oh, it's all right.
To loosen the muscles.
Stacy says, I also have the VHS from my grandma recorded home videos when I was a kid.
Cool.
Oh yeah, my color code was probs like cool stuff, less cool stuff I don't like but can't let go. This English class, that English class, and randoms. So, I don't know why that made me impulsive thoughts, but like I remember being in high school with friends and we'd have notebooks that we passed around. So like write one or
I knew
two
people who
pages
did
in
that.
class and in the hallway switch it around all week, all day. And we would just, it's how we got away with writing notes
There
to
was
each other.
note passing. There was
just
note
pass the
passing when
notebook.
I was in high school. But you're a little
That
bit
was
younger
back in the
than
day when a lot of people like folded their notes to their friends real
That.
fancy.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean? But you would get caught with those. You would get caught with those.
Teachers
So
did not like that.
we got away with it because we had the
So
notebook.
I was so nervous about people handing me. No, don't do that.
I have a box with like even old notes from people
Oh my god.
in the back of my basement. I should dig it out, but it's like stuff from high school and stuff.
And when people used to write those big old
Maybe
fat
not. 'Cause
letters.
there's like ex-boyfriend pictures and their ex-boyfriend notes in there. I've been married for a while. Maybe I shouldn't bring that out. But, you might find it one day. Like all the old report cards and stuff like that. Like I have a ton of old like Pizza Hut coupons from Bookets that I never got to use, and Friendly free ice creams I never got to use, and just a box of like awards and stuff. But that might be interesting to pull out. Kind of look at some of the old stuff. I haven't done that in a long time. Paget says, wouldn't it be cool to see it all? Stacy Coates, I was born in 81 and my dad loved to set up the tripod and just let that puppy record and we would forget about the cam and be ourselves.
That's awesome.
Stacy says, I'm a year older. My grandma loved to document things in pictures. I wish I would have talked to her about it when she was living. She was the first of my 8 grandparents to pass. Yeah, that's tough. My kids have one grandparent left. I do not have any left, but my kids have one grandparent left, and a bunch of stuff that's happened over the last month and stuff has made me realize that, my brothers and sisters and my cousins, we're now going to be like, we're coming on being like the oldest in the family, which is a little scary to know, like I have a couple aunts and uncles left, but I was talking to my sister. I'm
Yeah.
like, we're getting to be the oldest in the family now. This is a little scary. So, I still have all or most of my old journals. I had to stop because I had life happen. You don't have time to journal when your kids are little. I feel all of that.
Yeah.
Stacy Coates, I know I use to like Bridget Jones level journal, and then I would read them months later and get embarrassed and throw them away. Little sad about that, but oh wow. Yeah. But with the 5-year-old, I agree, no time to journal. 5-year-olds are busy. Sometimes I'll sort of journal something, but only if I intend to use something about it in my writing, so not very often. My husband says floppy floppies could store like half a new a photo on them. I remember filling up the non-floppy floppies with writing, so he's probably not exaggerating that much. Like, you'd have to start a new one. I know, Stacy, grandparents, 3 were dead before I was born, and the 4th didn't get along with my dad, so I saw her maybe 5 times. If I could talk to them today, I would ask questions as an extreme sport. I know a lot of people have had a hard time talking to older people, but I swear if you aren't in a hurry and just ask questions, they have so many stories and you find out all kinds of things. Totally correct. Things, that you'd be like, probably things that you would never believe. I find that my mom tells me things sometimes and I'm like, no way, until like, reinforced by somebody else. Cause sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't know, Mom. I don't know about that. You did what? You did what when you were 20? So, am I missing? Oh my God. Actually, it says they hold 1.2 megabits. So he's actually not really exaggerating. Wow. Good morning, Jenna Writes Romance. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. It's a Heather and a Laura. I had to go move some water and restart the dryer. I definitely have laundry to do. Drink some water, Heather. They always remind me to do that.
Yes, I will do that.
I promise. Before you're done. Yes. Doing pretty good today. Hey, Jen and Eva. Stacy says we had a
Laura,
notebook.
we have a
I had notebooks with 2 friends, and I have 3 of them still on my shelf. Yeah, isn't that pretty cool? I have a little book. I don't know what grade I was in, but I made. It must have been like freshman or sophomore in high school, but we weren't using computers like we are today. And I remember having this little notebook, and I had a picture of all my friends in there, and it had like all their favorites, their name, their phone number, their birthday, their sign, their boyfriend, like I was young. It was like really young stuff. But I think I have that somewhere, and it'd be interesting to go through and snap a picture and send it to those people, because a couple of them I'm still friends with on Facebook. That'd be interesting to find that and be like, do you remember this address you lived at? Do you remember this phone number? I'm sure nobody would have the same phone number, but we did the notebook thing too. We folded the notes too, but got caught, so the notebooks was slicker. I totally feel that. Hi, Paget and Eva and Stacy. And my brain's gonna like age me because that brings me back to like 1995, 96. Bonnie being Bonnie, it is still around. My youngest could participate. That's cool. I just went through an old box and found home movies I don't think have ever been seen. They are on tiny tapes that go into larger VHS tape to play, but I've never owned that larger VHS. Trying to get better with comments. Stacy says, I still have 3 of my grandparents left at ages 97, 92, and 89. We are mostly long-lived. Yeah, that's nice.
That's
most
my
of
last
my family
friend passed away. 93, I think he was.
I just had a very bad
think he
scare
just
with my
turned
mother
80.
over the last month, and she's only 66, so that was a little scary. Oh, I only ever knew one of my grands who passed 25 years ago. Two of the others were gone before I was 10, and the last lived until I was grown. Just didn't know them. I felt like my grandparents were old my whole life, though. You know, like the kid's perspective, like, and now that I'm older and I'm thinking, they weren't that old, but like, you know, they had some gray hair already. You know, you think their perception changes so much as you age. My son has 3 grands living, but only knows one. That's one cycle I sadly can't break. I'd be happy to be adopted, though. I'm still over here wondering why we didn't use a notebook instead of folding notes. Brilliant. Y'all brilliant. Roy, doggo. Yay, we're all caught up. And thank you, everyone, for joining. It was a little tough for me to get myself to come in to the StreamYard today. I've been just kind of taking it easy, laying low, recovering from Nano. And, so thank you for joining today.
No problem. Thank you for having.
Oh, yeah, anytime. I'm going to continue. After this, when I shut down, I'm going to run to the post office so I can mail that Secret Santa gift. I have to do it. I have to do it. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I'm going to do that after the break, and then I'm going to probably continue on trying to edit this project. So, still working on the same story called Her Ordinary Life, and trying to edit book 1 and get to the point where I am confident enough to take criticism. So it's tough if you haven't been through the process.
I understand.
I think that, you know, it's something that's definitely holding me up, is trying to get to a point where I feel confident enough to give it to somebody else and accept the feedback. So that's what I'm going to be battling with this year a lot. I think trying to just finish things up and get things to other people and break that. I don't know what a good analogy for that would be. So if every level had a ribbon, I haven't cut that ribbon yet to go through. So Eva says my mom is the only one really around. She's closing in on 78. Parent long lived. She's already outlived her mother. I still have not my BIL, and I hear that he is getting married soon and wants us to come to him across the state. Hubby is not pleased. BIL.
Brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law. That can be scary.
Yeah.
You still haven't met them, and they're marrying in your family. My dad did that with his last wife. My dad did that with his last wife. Like, I never met her. And my dad has a lot of kids that never met her. And then he died of like 6 months after he got married, I think. We've been together 22 years. I have met the brother-in-law, but he's not met all of my siblings. Gotcha. Sorry, across the country. It's hard just even Stacy breaking the cycle / surfing those waves with family. That's a big ask for someone who hasn't taken the time to meet your spouse. Like, come to your wedding, but you've not met my spouse. Wasn't there a show like that? Married, like, and they never met each other or something? Wasn't there like a series show about that?
Love is Blind.
Or marrying someone you didn't know or something? Like a reality show?
Yeah.
I wonder what that was. It's a big ask for someone who hasn't taken the time to meet your spouse. Like, I'm here. Okay, good. I'm catching up. I would not only want to go because he has a son that is my kid's only first cousin. I would like to meet him. But brother-in-law, don't care. I don't know. I think I would be harder on a brother-in-law. Just if they were marrying my sister. I'd be like, I want to know you. I want to know everything about you. I want to know your history. I want to know your credit score, what kind of job you went to, had, what kind of degree, how you plan on supporting my sister. I have 3 younger sisters, so maybe that's I have 2 older and 3 younger. So. 2 younger, but one's not really a sister. So I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I feel that my son has some cousins. I'd love for him to know it's rough. He's a tired puppy. This time of year makes it stand out. Sorry for stealing your stream chat. No, I appreciate it. It helps me get better with the comments. We all need a Roy or 3. You think you could handle 3 dogs, Laura? 3 Roys?
It'd be interesting trying to walk them all. It's just me.
No brother-in-laws. My hubby's brother had met, but I have not met. Roy is so cute. And hubby doesn't care for his soon-to-be sister-in-law. We had a neighbor who was offering us their young dog. Are you going to take it? Heather?
I think she's frozen. Oh, there you go.
Considering it. No new pets in my house. I think I am going to shut it down. Dawdling Writer's going to be starting. The wedding is a great opportunity to meet. Every passing day is another chance to turn it all around. And yeah, our kiddos have nothing to do with who we don't get along with. Don't want to know. I don't know. So, I do want to thank everybody for joining Prompt Coffee today, especially Laura and Heather. Thanks for coming on and helping me get through the day and showing up and continuing to work on projects. I really appreciate that. And I hope having these streams on Monday helps motivate all of you. It helps motivate me to do something during the week. And I think we have one more Prompt Coffee before Christmas. So I will see everybody next Monday. Do you guys want to give an outro?
I write things. Come follow along. Heather is awesome. She does editing. Has a sale going on.
Okay, I'm done. I mean, my hubby is done with being on the phone. Sorry. Thank you, Laura. Yeah. So let's see. Yes, I am I'm an author, editor, and artist. And let's see. I basically what ties all those things together is my love of fantasy and science fiction, and I will be streaming on Thursday. I might have a pop-up tomorrow, question mark. We'll see.
Okay. And if you don't know, I'm Bonnie. This is my channel, Bonnie being Bonnie. Please join us every Monday at 11 a.m. for Prompt Coffee, Brunch Writing Bunch. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of 2022 going into 2023 and get all your goals and things wrapped up for the year. And I'll see you next week. Keep writing. Have a great day.
Bye.